I think you're exploring what makes it hard for you to say, I don't want to talk to you. And I think you're also exploring the parts of you that feel pulled to talk to her, and re-exploring, if I were to talk to her, what is it that I would say? It's a deep and sacred question. I would give myself a lot of time with this question, because different ages in you are going to answer this question differently. It's complex. And I think when you say you're feeling stuck, I think it's because it's multi-layered and it's complicated. Because I'm hearing a longing in you to be seen and known, right next to a clarity in you that you will never be seen and known, right next to a hope that maybe you could be seen and known. Yeah. And then I'm sure there's a lot of other layers. That's the one that's immediately obvious to me, is this dilemma between what does it mean to be self-expressed and authentic, but then to also let go of what somebody else is going to do with that. And the grief of that, when they won't meet you, when they gloss over you, when they pathologize you, when they dismiss you, when they try to shape you, when they try to mold you, when they don't see you at all and just bring themselves into it over and over again and make it about themselves over and over again. Like, what do we do in those relational frames? That's part of what I think I'm hearing you ask. And when you have a history of being beaten for being different, your whole nervous system is going to have hypervigilance and anxiety kick in when you are aware of the parts of you that are different. When you have a different point of view, when you have a different perspective, when you have a different worldview, when you have a different experience, when you have different values, in relationship to a family system where you were metaphorically and literally beaten for being different, of course your nervous system is going to get activated. And then you're going to have all of the, how do I adapt? How do I survive? How do I cope? How do I mask? How do I put on a safer mask? How do I buffer up? How do I hide something that is sacred to me, but that they aren't going to, handle with care? I would first start by just seeing all those responses as really wonderful and adaptive and part of your self-protection system, part of what helped you both survive and leave. And then from this place of having left, having established a new home base and a new family system, it sounds like, of your own. I mean, the question in the chat was, how do I explain to her why I don't want to talk to her? And I wonder if you do need to explain why. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, she keeps asking me why. Why won't I talk to her?
Is it enough to say because it doesn't feel safe to me? Or it doesn't feel enjoyable to me?
I think that there will be more questions come after it.
Like what? Let's play it out for a moment so I can get a flavor of mom. I'm just gonna say, Mom, I don't want to talk to you because I feel scared and it's not enjoyable.
Well, what are
Mom,
you scared about?
the repeated dynamic between you and me.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Now, I don't know here, Suzanne, because I don't know enough history, but I can imagine myself saying something like, you and I have such different worldviews and we see things so differently. It's hard for me to feel a sense of safety and connection when I'm talking to you.
Well, I can't believe that you think I would be a kind of person that wouldn't be safe.
Yeah, I hear that that's hard for you to understand.
I've never necessarily taken that tact, so I don't have a thing in my database about that.
Because what she just did there in your role playing her is she put a little worm on a hook and she threw it in the lake and she wants you to take the bait.
She's very good at that.
Yes, that's what she did right there. She was like, well, I can't believe blah, 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 blah. There's a little victimy in there. There's a little accusation in there. There's a little critique in there. There's a little rescue me. How can you do this to me in there? There's so much implicit material in just that. I can imagine anyone's nervous system wanting to like move in now. And that those moments where your nervous system now wants to move in and fix or explain, That, I would say, is your take a deep breath and relax. Do not take on the projection. That's where you don't take on the projection. That's where you become a mirror.
Yeah.
That's where you mirror her back to her, and you no longer give her more from you, because she just had an opportunity to meet you, and she came with that. And she can't see it and understand it yet. So now you become a mirror. You now protect your energetic system, because you are in this moment getting exactly the thing that you don't want. So it's shields up now.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
want the shields up to provide a little bit of room for the possibility of relationship, then just reflecting her back to her, because she can only see herself right now. She can't see you. And we know that from the comment she just made. So then I'm going to wisely no longer reveal more of me, because we're not talking about me. We're talking about you again. So I understand you, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just join you there. That's what she can do in this moment. And so I can be choiceful in that moment about, and I'm not going to take the bait. What's going to happen if I take the bait is we're going to feed a disagreement and a grapple and a power struggle and an intellectual whatever, and she's going to feel a little bit of aliveness in the connection through hostility, and it's going to reinforce her righteousness, and you're going to feel like shit.
Hey, you just described my entire adult life.
Yeah. Yeah. So the moment that you get the old thing, you deflect. But you're not abandoning the conversation. You're just seeing it for what it is. She wants to talk about herself. And she wants you to be a reflection of her based on how she sees herself. This is not an open system for two people yet. So until something shifts in her and she brings something new, that's one of the ways you can just manage it. But I wouldn't actually answer the why, other than revealing a piece of who I am. I feel scared and I don't enjoy it is a perfectly acceptable answer. And you want more details? Well, let's start with the obvious ones. We have very different worldviews. And then when it becomes a personal attack, then I'm out. I'm not going to take the bait on that. I'm not going to defend who I am. I'm not going to explain who I am. I'm not going to prove my goodness to you. Now we're going to talk about, oh, so you blah, 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 and you blah, 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 blah. Okay, I see you.